Hello, Joy family. Welcome to the Joyful House and welcome to our Joy House Tea Party number 27. How is everyone doing tonight? I do apologize so much for being so late tonight. Unfortunately, life sometimes gets out of our hands. And I tried to be good and I tried to eat my dinner early tonight since we didn't have a watch party. And unfortunately, about 45 minutes before I was to go live, it decided to resurface. So I had to go take a shower. So sorry that I'm late. Tried to dry my hair real quick too. So hopefully you'll forgive me. And with that, let's put that behind us and let's move forward. All right. Mr. Joyful was back there while I was getting ready, and he was getting our wheel giveaway envelopes ready. So even I do not know which ones he put in which envelopes and which ones have the extra scratch off cards. So thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
All right. That way I can have a little bit of fun and a little bit of mystery too. Let's see who's here with us, and let me grab my planner so I know what is what. Got a lot of fun things tonight, you guys. I was not going to let the evening take this away from us. All right. Let me scroll up to the top of this chat and see who we have in this wonderful, joyful house tonight. And we have Miss Angela. Hello, Angela. Nugs, nugs. She is saying hello to all of you fine people in the chat. She's doing fine, drinking water, and is working on her sweater. I have the tea getting ready for the tea for our tea party. But in the meantime, if you don't mind, I'm going to open this bottle of water, maybe, and grab a quick sip. Well, that does not want to come. Oh, I'm going to take the whole thing off. There we go. That one don't want to give out. Oh my goodness. Could be the operator. Operator, won't you help this water? Thank y'all for that. All right. We have an eagle in the house, if you will. Help me give a great big joyful eagle welcome to the lovely Miss Margie. Welcome in, Margie. So good to have you here. And she says, nugs, everyone. And she says she is doing good, and so is her mom. And she's thanking Angela for asking. Hello, Miss Doris. How are you? Nugs, nugs. So good to see you. And she says she is so glad to hear that Margie and her mom are doing well. Yes, yes. That's always great news. Everyone is saying hello to each other. Thank you for that. We have another eagle in the house. So if you will, help me give a great big joyful eagle welcome to the lovely Candi. Welcome in, Candi. Always great to have you in the house. All right. And she is saying nuggies to everyone. And we've got the beautiful Jen Reeves here. Nugs, nugs. So good to see you. Oh, I just love the way you guys are taking care of each other in the chat. I love it. I love it. And hello, Lacey. Welcome in. And Miss Samantha. Hello, hello. Nugs, nugs. Thank you so much, Samantha, for texting me and checking on me yesterday. I appreciate that. It was great chatting with you. Everyone is saying hello. Samantha says she's working on her Nana June blessing blanket. I'm going to talk fast tonight, so maybe at the end, if anybody wants to come up, they can, and maybe you can share your blanket and what you've done on it so far, Samantha. I'm not going to make that promise, but I'm going to try. And we have another eagle in the house. So if you will, help me give a great big joyful eagle welcome to the lovely Wanda. So good to have you here with us. Hope you are doing well on this Thursday evening. And she says hello and nugs to everyone. All right. Yes, party time. That must have been when I showed up. Yes, it was. Again, I'm so sorry for that. Hello, Latanya. Welcome in. Nugs, Nugs. So good to see you. And Laura, hello, hello. See a lot of my friends who come to play dates here. So some of you I've seen recently, so that's cool. I will let him know, Miss Doris, that you said hello. And Miss Margie. Oh, thank you, Doris. Amy June, hello, welcome in. So good to have you in the Joyful House. So glad you're here. She says, hello, everyone. I hope you are having a blessed evening. Well, we certainly are here in the Joyful House. So hope you are as well, and everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for that, Amy. All right. Thank you guys for welcoming Amy June in. And I'm just scrolling down. Everyone is saying hello to everyone, giving each other nugs, checking in with each other. Love it, love it, love it. Makes my heart smile. Hello, Mateo. Welcome in. Nugs, nugs. Oh my goodness, what a joyful house we have tonight. It is full of joy. All right. Miss Margie says, I received my prize from the last giveaway. There was some tea in the package and I have tried it. Loved it and the other goodies that was included. You're welcome. You never know what might come. You think you're getting just the prize you win, but sometimes, not every time, but sometimes there might be some extra little stuff in there. All right. Love it. Everyone is just saying hello to each other. Hello, Bridget. How are you, my beautiful friend, my little South Carolina buddy? So good to see you. And she is saying hello to everyone and giving out nugs to all of her friends in the chat. She says, I'm about to jump in the car, so I'll be listening from the bushes. My love to all. And Penelope says, oink, speak, oink. I love it. You guys will get to meet Penelope a little bit later tonight because I have a little Chasing Your Fun video that I have put together from pictures that Bridget has shared with me of our sweet little Miss Penelope. So you guys will get to see her tonight. All right. Thank you guys for welcoming Bridget in and Mateo. I love it. All right. And we have another eagle in the house. So if you will, help me give a great big joyful eagle shout out to the lovely Tiffany. Welcome in, Tiffany. So good to have you here. And I'm trying to get that little message off the screen. And I might just have to select another one because I can't seem to find it. Up there it is. All right. Hello and welcome in, Tiffany. Always good to have you here in the Joyful House. And she says, hello to everyone in the chat and hope you've all had a wonderful day. Yes, yes. Hope everyone has had a wonderful Thursday. And Samantha is asking maybe the chat what they're working on right now. I am going to show you guys in a little bit everything that I'm working on, except for the Crafts of the Heart project. You'll get to see that Saturday. And my projects that I'm working on with the Joy team, because those get shown every week on the community posts. So those I won't show, but everything else I'm going to show you tonight. All right. Wanda says, I found my original set of Furls Odyssey hooks in the whip that I have pulled out to work on to hopefully turn into an FO soon. Nice. I love the original Furls Odyssey. Not tried, not seen, not held the new ones, but I've had 3 very close friends that have given a review and I trust their review. And so, yep, I probably won't get any from me, but in the future, I may get some if there's a greater consensus that does like them and put them in as giveaways, or either just buy it from the actual website and send to a winner. So, all right. All right. We are at the bottom of the chat. So if you guys will drop me some emojis, we're going to jump in and get started. First thing I'd like to do is, you know, when we come to the Joyful House, it's always a joy to receive the joy that you bring in. And my prayer is that from the joy that everyone brings in and the joy that is already in the Joyful House, that when you leave, you take a lot more joy with you than what you brought in. And one good way to do that is just to stop and take a moment to express our joy and just fill our joy tanks. No matter what we're going through, no matter whether it's on the mountaintop or we're, you know, in the valleys, no matter what, we always have joy in our joy tank. We have reasons to celebrate, be grateful, and thankful. So if you will, join me for just a moment as we take some time to express our joy. All right. Hope you are feeling lots of joy, and I hope you're ready for a joyful night. I know I am. We're going to head on over to the party room for a moment and completely ignore that. I'm not sure why that little banner popped up, but we are going to celebrate the birthdays that we have going on this week, but also because last week was our week off, I want to also recognize all of those birthdays that we had in the Joy House last week as well. And just a reminder that if you don't think I have your birthday, please, if you will, drop it in the chat or in a comment after the live or email me so I can make sure I get it on the calendar so that we can celebrate your special day with you all week of your birthday. All right. The birthdays that we have from last week were Tank, Amy June, Mishi, Angie Bujanda, and my son Jonathan celebrated his 29th birthday. What? I should be feeling really old, right? And then this week, and I believe it is this coming Saturday, Miss Gina from Knitting Turnpike will be celebrating her birthday. So if you will, join me in singing happy birthday to our friends. All right. Happy birthday to all of them. I do hope that they are well, those from last week, I hope they had a great birthday week, and I hope that Miss Gina is having one this week. All right. We also have an anniversary to celebrate. We've got a Joy Team member that is celebrating their third anniversary. That is 3 years that they've been a paid member on the Joy Team. And so if you will, help me give a great big shout out and happy anniversary to our lovely Candi. Candi, again, thank you so much for all the love, support, and friendship and joy that you bring to the Joyful House. All right. And now we are going to head back over to our Joy House Tea Party room. So give me just a moment to get back over there. And It wouldn't be a tea party without some tea. So tonight I've decided to drink from this Winnie the Pooh mug that I have. And I'm going to show you the back, but it says, "You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think." So what a cup of joy that'll be. And so let me go ahead and pour the water in so we can get it going. And of course, this is our giveaway night, so we'll be giving away some tea later on. And tonight, I am drinking some of the cinnamon spice tea that came in the traveling box of joy. Maybe. Oh, there we go. So tonight, our tea winner is going to win some probably apple cinnamon tea, because that is my absolute favorite. And if they happen to not be like a cinnamon lover, then they can, when they email me that they won the tea for the night, they can possibly give me 3 suggestions of tea flavors they like. All right. Let me grab a spoon. My water's not completely steaming, so it might have cooled off a little bit. So I'm going to give it a little bit of help there. All right, we'll let that finish setting, and then we'll have some tea in a moment. Oh, I forgot one thing. We do need to go back over to the party room. Let me go back to the party room for just a moment. So if you'll join me over there. We have some new Joy family to celebrate. These are people that have come onto the channel and hit that subscribe button to become a part of the Joy family, and I'd like to recognize them. So if you will, join me in giving a great big welcome and shout out to Lorraine Burnett. And we also have Tina C. from Hooking Good Creations. We also have Judy Hawk, and joining them is Stacy Moore. And we also have Ada Ocasio. I do apologize if I mispronounce that. I believe a name is very valuable and very important. So do forgive me if I did not pronounce that correctly. All right, now let's go back over to our tea party room. I'm going to go check on the chat. Margie says apple cinnamon sounds delicious. That is my all-time favorite. My all-time favorite flavor is apple cinnamon. All right. Lacey says tea sounds good. I might go make me some. Yes, it wouldn't be a tea party without some tea. Thank you to all of you that wished our birthday friends a happy birthday, and those that wish Candi a happy anniversary. I love it. I love it. All right. And I see something I might have missed, so let me scroll back up a moment. All right. My cousin Noah and Gracie are having a baby boy in August, and this is my greatest news to share with everyone. That is fantastic news. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. I am pretty sure, maybe not. I may have to go back over. I do. Let's go back over to the party room a minute. That's okay. And this is for you, Samantha. Congratulations. Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. It's always exciting to have a new baby in the family. All right. Amy June says hers is March 1st, and we just celebrated it. And I didn't know that until I met her over at Mishy's house, and I got it from there at Mishy's birthday bash. So happy birthday to you, my friend. Tiffany says that's wonderful news, Samantha. Yes, that is. And again, thank you guys so much for all the birthday wishes and the anniversaries to Candi. I appreciate that. You're so sweet. All right. Hello, sweet Suzanne. Welcome in. Nugs, nugs. Good to have you here with us. Thank you, Margie, for welcoming all of our new Joy family in. The more, the merrier, and the more joy, right? And thank you, Samantha. I know I do have yours. In fact, you're one of the few who I actually have it memorized. All right. Again, thank you guys so much for all the birthday wishes and anniversary wishes. And with that, I think I'm at the bottom of the chat. So if you guys will drop me some emojis, that would be awesome. And guess what time it is? Are you ready? It is, let me get over here. It is time to spill the tea. Are y'all ready to spill the tea? Well, first let's try the tea, and then we're going to go over some announcements. Ooh, this is really hot. I may not be able to. It wasn't steaming, so I didn't think it was going to be that hot, but whew, yep, too hot to try. We're going to have to wait. All right, so let's go ahead and spill some tea. I just want to remind everyone, if you are participating in the Crafts of the Heart, that I do need to have all of your pictures for the week in by 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday morning. That's tomorrow morning, in order to be included in this Saturday's video update. If you are not participating, I welcome you to participate. It is open to everyone, and it is simply just picking a project that would just fill your heart with joy. And as you work on it every week, you send an update picture and I share it out to the Joy fam. You can work on it anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours, but no more than 2 hours, because we want it to be something that you work on just a little bit to bring some great mental health to you, and just, you know, it's something that you look forward to every week until it's finished. And then you pick another project and repeat, and then pick another project and repeat. So I invite you to come and be a part of that. And that is called Crafts of the Heart. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be just crochet or knitting. It can be gardening. It can be cooking. It can be jewelry making, wood making, whatever your craft is, it can be that. And you just send in update pictures. If you plant plants, you can send us little pictures of your plant as it's growing and becoming bigger. You can show us planting the seeds, a picture of you planting seeds. So whatever your craft is, you can participate in that. And again, it's open to everyone. All right. Many of you know that March 4th of this year was my 6-year podiversary anniversary. You guys, I am still working on pulling that together. I apologize that I have not done so yet, but just be on the lookout. There's going to be a little introduction video very, very soon, because I'm looking at Thursday, the first Thursday in April 2nd, to have the winner reveal of that. So I've got to get it out soon. So I'm hoping to get that out between the next day or two. But if you'll remember, every year I show you all the ball bands that I've done over the year, and you get to guess how many yards you think I crocheted in 2025. And of course, the person who comes the closest wins a little gift from me. I am not asking, but I am just making it aware or putting it out there. If anyone wants to donate to that, then we can have more prizes. But if not, then I'll just have the one for the winner who comes the closest. And we might even do a first, second, and third place winner on that. Normally we only do one, but we might do 3 if no one else is able to donate. And again, I'm not asking unless you want. I've had a couple of people ask me about it, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. But the more I thought about it, you know, if they want to support the channel in that way, then you can. All right. Let's see. But mark your calendars, because April the 2nd is the first Thursday of the month. It's not the first full Thursday, but we will have a little live that night to reveal the winners of the ball bands. All right, let's see. I think the next thing that we'll talk about is movie night tomorrow night. As many of you know that are part of movie night, tomorrow night is supposed to be the finale of Call the Midwife. It is not going to be the finale. So earlier this week, I learned that season 15 is airing publicly on PBS starting on the 22nd of March, which is a Sunday. And then every new episode will air every Sunday. So that's how I originally was able to show Call the Midwife before we had to start buying the DVDs, was publicly through PBS in my private Zoom room. And so because they only let them stay on 30 days from the last episode, I decided that we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into season 15 of Call the Midwife. So since the first episode doesn't air until March 22nd, that means we won't be able to have our first watch party on that until the 26th. That's 2 weeks from tonight. So 2 weeks from tonight, the watch party will continue for Call the Midwife. There are a total of 8 episodes, and then there's a Christmas special that is 2 episodes. So there should be 10 episodes altogether. When that finishes, then we will have our finale for Call the Midwife. And then we're going to jump straight into the last season of Stranger Things. And also at that time, we're going to begin voting on the next series. So we've done Longmire, we've done Call the Midwife, we've done Stranger Things, and with an E, back to Stranger Things, back to Call the Midwife. We'll go back to Stranger Things. And after that, it will be time to pick a new series. So start thinking about a series that you would like to see us do for movie night. All right. So tomorrow night, we're still going to have movie night. So come on, everybody come. We're going to have some fun trivia. That's just random trivia like we've done in the past. You guys have always enjoyed that. And you can earn extra points, which means extra tickets to start building for that finale night. If you've not been a part of movie night, or, you know, Call the Midwife is not your thing, come tomorrow night, because all it takes is one ticket to win a prize on finale night. And as many of y'all know, that top prize is $50 in cash. So come play tomorrow night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Then the following Friday, since we have to wait 2 weeks for Call the Midwife to start, the following Friday, I was going to have another special trivia night. But today my mom called me. My dad had a 4-hour stress test done today. And as many of you know, he has rung the bell. He is cancer-free from all 3 cancers that he had in his body. But unfortunately today they found some blockage. So they're going to be doing a procedure on him next Friday night, which will require him to have to stay overnight to have those blockages removed or freed and opened up. And so because of my mom's condition, she cannot be alone by herself. So I am going to go over there, and if we can work it out, Todd will join me. But if not, I'll be over there with my mom. So it worked out perfect with the event of things. So there will be no movie night next Friday, but the following, we will start season 15 of Call the Midwife. So I'm going to stop right there and take a breath, go check on the chat and make sure that there's no questions. And while I'm doing that, this would be a great time to bring in our word for the night. So if you guys want to start dropping this in the chat, there's your word for the night, balance. We're going to go ahead and get ready to draw a couple names for some free entries on March's giveaway wheel. We're doing February's giveaway tonight, but this is going towards March's February Tea Party wheel. All right, so let me come check on the chat while y'all are doing that. Remember, you only have to drop it once to get on the giveaway tool, but the more times you drop it, the more opportunities for Nightbot to give you extra entries. And of course, all those entries that Nightbot gives are announced on Saturday morning on the community post. And speaking of community posts, want to remind everyone that every Monday and every Friday at 11 a.m., all the events that are going on for the week and the weekend in the Joyful House are listed. So all you have to do is go over there and click the link, unless it's something that happens in the Zoom room. Then you have to send me an email saying you want to come. All right. I'm looking for some emojis. And I found some. Thank you, Samantha, Angela. I appreciate that. Help me find my way right away. Margie says she is having some tea. I love it. Yes, Eastern Daylight Time. Yes, yes. Yes, it is Eastern Daylight Time. You're right. We just changed over, but it's still Eastern Daylight Time. Can you do a current whip for a craft of the heart? No, it has to be something that you start from the beginning and let us watch you make the progression every week. So it does have to be a fresh project. Thank you so much. Can y'all believe it's been 6 years already? Wow. Thank you, Suzanne. We will do Stranger Things after we finish this current season of Call the Midwife, season 15. Then we'll go do season 5 of Stranger Things. So I'm predicting by end of spring, early summer, we'll go into a new series, because there's only 8 episodes in Stranger Things as well. So 18 episodes between Call the Midwife, finale, and Stranger Things, and then we'll throw finale night in there. So I'm looking at probably somewhere May, June-ish, we'll start a new series. That's so exciting. So exciting. Right. So no finale tomorrow night. It will be after we watch season 15. Correct. Thank you for that, Wanda. All right. Thank you, Samantha. Yes. So happy for my dad. And I'm so grateful they found these blockages. So, all right. Thank you, Miss Doris. I will let him know that you guys have all given your love. All right. And everyone is dropping the word balance. Yes, we will do Stranger Things after we do season 15 of the Call the Midwife. Thank you so much for that help, Wanda. No, if you are already currently signed up for Call the Midwife, you do not have to sign up for the watch party. But if you've never been, and for those that may be new, the watch party is we show the episode of whatever episode we're on in that season of that series for the next night's trivia. But even if you don't come to that and you don't watch it, you can still come and play movie night trivia, because all it is, I mean, it's just guessing. If you don't know the answer, just guess, or you can creatively answer from one of your teammates. But I will get a new sign up for the watch party when we start Stranger Things. But as long as we're still on Call the Midwife, if you've been coming, you will still receive those links. Only if you've never been do you need to sign up. All right. I think we've got all balances going on. So I'm almost to the bottom, it looks like. Just want to make sure I don't miss anyone's comments. All right. We're at the bottom. If someone will quickly drop me some emojis, that would be great. All right. So let me put this up on the screen and we're going to go ahead. And normally, you guys, you know, I normally do 5 extra entries, but going forward, I'm going to start doing 10. So we're going to go ahead and do the first 2 tonight. And the first name that's earning an extra entry on March's giveaway wheel goes to Miss Margie. Congratulations. And our second name is Wanda. So congratulations, Margie and Wanda. We'll draw that. We'll draw 8 more names before the night is over with. And I need to get going. The night's getting away from us. All right. Let's see. I think the next thing we'll do, let me see if my tea's cooled off. It's still warm, but oh my gosh, y'all. Oh, that is so good. Oh, so good. So good. Okay. I hope you've got a cup of tea. If not, I hope you have your favorite beverage. All right. The next thing that we're going to do is our tea party poll. How many of you participated in the tea party poll for this week? All right, let me see here. I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to drop it in the chat. Even if you answered it over on the community post, you can go ahead and vote on it in the chat. I've got that going now. That should be up there for you guys to answer. And let me go ahead and pull this up and share screen. So here it is right here. And here it was Tea Party poll number 20. And it says, how many times did it take me to pass my driving test? And then, of course, if you voted and then left a comment answering how many times it took you, then you earned an extra entry on that giveaway wheel. We had 30% of you said you think it took me 1 time. 65% of you said you think it took me 2 times. And 4% of you said 3 times. And thank goodness none of y'all said 4 times. If I already had someone tell me if it took me 4 times, then I have no business driving. I can tell you that it did not take me 4 times. But let's read your comments and then we will go back and we will find out what you said in the poll in the chat, and then we'll reveal the answer. All right. Miss Tiffany said, hello, Miss Cynthia. So if we're talking about the written portion, and I was actually talking about just the driving, but I will tell you it only took me 1 time to pass the written for sure. I'll reveal the driving in a moment. But she said it took 2 attempts to get the permit part. Then the behind the wheel test I passed after my first attempt. I did think I might have failed though, because the vehicle I was using, I didn't know how to release the parking brake. My brother was there with me and standing near the testing area at the moment, but when he realized what I was struggling to find, he signaled to me where it was, LOL. Oh, that's a memory I hadn't thought about in such a long time. No matter how upset we got with each other, we were always there when we needed it the most. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to go down memory lane for a moment. Well, you are welcome, of course. And I know that that indeed is a memory. I think it's okay because she's mentioned it before that her brother has passed away. So what a great memory that was. Thank you so much for sharing that beautiful story, Tiffany. Angela said it took her twice. Miss Wanda said, to get mine the first time, I passed the written test the first time. The driving test I had to take twice. I failed the first time because I took a turn too fast and crossed the center line. Now, when I got my CDL, it was the opposite. I failed the written and had to retake it. Passed the driving part on the first try, but almost had to go back because I left my purse with my Social Security card in it at work. Couldn't take the driving part without my Social Security card. Had to get someone to break into my locker at work and bring it to me about 45 minutes away. That's another great story. Thank you so much, Wanda, for sharing that. Candi said, got mine on the first try. What was funny, I did not get nervous until the tester said I passed after we returned. I got a great laugh out of that, Candi. Thank you so much for sharing. Samantha, I loved your response. It really touched my heart. She says, I don't drive, Miss Cynthia, so it didn't take me any time to pass the test, and my parents decided for me not to drive because of my disability, but maybe in the future I'll learn how to drive a car because I don't want to pay for Uber or Z-Trip because I'd rather save my money from my car and the gas that it will need for the car and the maintenance on the car and the emissions test as well. Not only was that beautiful, but for her age to think about all that maintenance and stuff that comes along with the responsibility of having a car. I got grown kids and sometimes they don't remember all of that. So I was so proud of you, Samantha. Thank you so much for sharing. And our Angela S. said, one time, but I didn't take it in my hometown because I was afraid of the one-way streets. I took it in a town 45 minutes away, and I about failed because I didn't know my left from my right. The officer was very forgiving. Love that. What a beautiful story. Thank you, Angela. Zach says, I got mine after the second try. I failed the first time, but I didn't give up. You go, Zach. Jen says, laugh out loud. Well, it took me 3 times, but I started with other people's cars and I wasn't used to them. I actually ended up passing it with our huge station wagon. I said 2 times for you. Well, I will reveal in just a moment. Thank you, Jen, for sharing. Margie says, it took 1 time to pass the written test, but the driving part, I had to take it twice. Before I could go and take the driving part the second time, I had to drive with my dad, and when he felt I was ready, then I went and did the driving part again. Whenever I would drive with my mom, I was calm, but when I had to drive with my dad, I was so nervous. I would make mistakes, and I think it was because I didn't want to disappoint him. So sweet and squishy. She says, it doesn't bother me to have him in the car with me anymore. Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that, Margie. All right. Then Miss Kim said, well, not meaning to brag and all, but it was one and done. That's right. Once again, it was one and done. Yay me. Mic drop. Love it. Thank you so much, Kim, for sharing. And Laura says, I don't have a license. Well, thank you all so much that participated. I thoroughly enjoyed reading all of your answers. And I'm going to remove this for just a moment so I can get the answer ready. But first, I want to check on the poll in the chat and see what you guys said there. All right. All right. Let's go over to the poll. Got to find which one, y'all. I literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screens open for tonight. All right. I think this is the one that has the poll. Nope. This one must have the poll. Yep. Here's the poll. Okay. So here, 33% said, and I probably shouldn't have said something about 4 until the poll was done, but oh well. 33% of you said 1, and 67% of you said it took me 2 times, and 0% on 3 and 4. All right. I'm going to go ahead and close that poll. And I can close this screen. So that's one less screen. And let me come back to the one with the answer. All right. You passed your driving test. Dun, 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 dun. I should have had my maracas out. If you said 2, that is correct. It took me 2 times to pass the driving test. The first time I went, my uncle actually took me. He was the one that was helping me learn how to drive because I don't think I could have done it with my mom. And like Margie, I think I would have made a lot of mistakes wanting to make my dad proud. So I would have been nervous with him. My mom and I are too much alike. Back then, I was very over conscientious. Everything I did, I thought through it so much that sometimes my thinking made my reaction slower. But anyway, my uncle taught me how to drive, and we practiced in his vehicle. But when it came time to go take my test, I drove my parents' caravan van that I'd never driven before. That was so stupid. And I'm sorry, that's a bad word in our house. I shouldn't have said that word. That was not smart. I passed everything though, except parallel parking. And that was the one part I was so nervous on. You okay? Somebody keeps opening my door. Oh. I was letting the dog out. Okay. So my parents went ahead and got me my first car. It was a used car. But nonetheless, I practiced in that. I practiced parallel parking, and it wasn't perfect, but I got it the second time around. I did not like parallel parking back then. And on top of it, the first and second time I took my driving test, I had the same police officer. And every single time he told me, I took my test at the age of 16. He told me I drove like an old school teacher. And I said, kind of take offense to that. I was a very shy girl back then. If you can believe that. I got out of that real quickly in college. But anyway, I passed. Today, I love parallel parking. In fact, if there is an opportunity to just park or parallel park, I will choose to parallel park. I absolutely love parallel parking. So just saying. All right. That was fun. That was fun. I really, really enjoyed that poll. And again, I enjoyed all of your comments. All right. So did you get it right? Were you part of the percentage that guessed twice? All right. Let me remove this. And then if you'll give me just a minute, I'm going to go ahead and show you tonight's poll that will be going out. Oh, it may have already gone out. And it has. So let me see. Let me go back over here. So it actually is out. You can already start voting on it. And here it is. Tea Party poll number 21 for next Thursday is, which item do I not dunk my French fries in? Which item do I not dunk my French fries in? And of course, if you leave a comment what you eat on your French fries, then you will earn an extra entry on March's giveaway wheel. But your answers are ketchup and mustard, ice cream or milkshake, vinegar, or white country gravy. Again, is it ketchup and mustard, ice cream or milkshake, vinegar, or white country gravy? All right. So I look forward to seeing all of your answers for that poll. All right, let me check on the chat real quick. I'm looking for those emojis, you guys. That was so much fun. Love that, love that. And there we go. Oh, you guys, thank you so much for those emojis. I found my way right away. Miss Doris, I would love to have you. So if you will just send me an email so I can make sure, I know I have an email address for you, but if you'll just email me and tell me you want to come to the watch party, then I will get you added. Okay. All right. And that's for anyone else as well. Tiffany says, the warmer weather is making me sleepy. Margie said she got it right. Yes. Great. And so did Wanda. Love it. Right, Doris. That was such a beautiful memory with Tiffany. Hello, Miss Mishy. Welcome in. Nugs, nugs. She says, good evening, everyone. Not feeling well. I'm in the bushes. We did miss you last night, but I'm glad that you are resting and taking care of yourself. Love you, love you. And hello, it's Miss Kim, right? This is Yarning for a Smile. She says, hello, happy Thursday. And I know, what is the full name for your channel? It is Lost in the Wool Knit and Crochet Podcast. That's her handle there, Yarning for a Smile, but her actual channel name is Lost in the Wool Knit and Crochet Podcast, and it is Miss Kim. Welcome in. So good to have you here. Welcome to the Joyful House. Thank you guys so much for welcoming our lovely Mishy in. All right, and Miss Jen had a question for you. That was it there on the screen. All right. Mishy says, it took me 2 times. Getting your license in Germany isn't easy. First test at the end, the tester said I didn't use my mirrors enough. Next test, I got whiplash and I passed using all the mirrors. I love it. Oh, thank you so much for sharing. Miss Suzanne says, I took my driving test on streets I had not driven before. Oh, wow, scary. Before in the next county because the tester for my county liked to fail everyone the first time. I passed despite the serious case of nerves I had. Oh, well, congratulations on that. I'm sure this was like pulling stuff out of the memory bank for all of us, but it's been fun. It's been fun. Thank you guys for participating in these polls. Miss Kim says, I got my written and driving on the first time. Yay! But I was driving 4-wheelers when I was 7 and a tractor by the time I was around 10, LOL. So you were not a novice for sure. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. All right. Wanda says, I relinquished my CDL last week so I can no longer drive a semi-truck. And I know that that's been a bittersweet decision for you. I mean, she drove trucks for a long, long time, but I'm glad she's not doing it anymore. That's just my personal opinion, and she knows it. And there is your answer, Jen, from Miss Mishy. Miss Dora says, I guess 3 first, and then I changed my mind and vote to 2. Love it. Love it. I thought it might have been a 3rd time back then, but I was so like Candi, just shocked when they said I passed. Zach says it took him 2 times. Thank you, Zach, for sharing. Suzanne says caravans are a bit more challenging to park. It was, and it was hard because I'm not very tall in stature to start with. And y'all trying to parallel park, it was like trying to put an elephant in a little tiny little circus tent, you know? Well, circus tents aren't very small, but you got what I was saying. Anyway, I had a love-hate relationship with that van anyway. I had something very tragic happen to me the night my parents were out buying that van and nobody could find them. And it was a big secret to surprise all of us kids. And nonetheless, I had something happen to me that when I was babysitting that sent me to the hospital. But luckily, my aunt, who was married to the uncle who taught me to drive, worked at the hospital. So I had family, and eventually my parents were contacted and they were there to pick me up. But that's a story for another day, because that's probably going to be in another poll. So we'll leave that at that. The suspense, the mystery. Kim says, all right, off to bed. Good night, everyone. Praying for you all. Well, thank you for stopping by. So good to see you. Hello, Aisha. Oh my gosh, Nugs. So good to see you. And Zach has a message for Mishy. All right. And Mishy answered him. Thank you guys so much for welcoming Aisha. All right. All right, let's see. Wanda says, I can back into a parking spot better than I can pull in one head on. That's me, Wanda. That's me. Zach says, I'm letting God handle a situation for me. It was bothering me all day and all night. Will you put it in the right hands? Tiffany says she got it right. Yay. Doris says, I was afraid of parallel parking on my test, so I practiced a lot with my dad, but it ended up not being on the test. What? You're lucky. I still don't like parking. Most times I take 3 or 4 spaces. I hear you. Zach said, someone said on here, sorry, it's bothering me. They would light me on. What? What? They said that on my channel? Somebody said that on my channel, Zach? Please answer that for me. I would like to know if it happened in my chat. All right. Angela, congratulations. She got it right. We'll have none of that kind of talk here. If somebody wants to talk like that, they need to leave. I'm sorry. Good night, Mishy. Nugs. Just check back and see if you're a winner later on. And I know I'm running out of time, so we won't be able to have time for anyone to come up tonight, but we definitely will next week. Oh, okay. I was going to say, Zach, I won't tolerate that. We're all family here, and we will treat each other like family. Nothing but love and joy. Okay. Whew. Thought I was going to have to put someone in timeout. All right. But I am sorry that happened to you. Margie says, I didn't have to parallel park when I took my test. What? That's crazy. I'm happy for y'all, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful I did, and I'm grateful I failed because of it, because it motivated me to try harder. All right. Wanda says, I don't remember having to parallel park. I do remember having to do a 3-point road turn. I do remember having to do that, Wanda. And Angela says, I don't have my license. That was for you. Ah, got you. Oh, I knew. Yeah. Oh, got you. That's what you were saying on me. Understood. All right, you guys, if you will drop some emojis for me, I'll greatly appreciate it. Once again, if you want to drop our word for the night in the chat, I'm going to draw 2 more names in just a minute. All right. Let's go watch our Joy Family Makes and blooper video next. So I'm going to let you guys continue dropping balance for a moment. And while you're doing that, I'm going to take that off the screen because we're going to go watch our video of everyone's makes and our bloopers for the week. So if you're ready, sit back and enjoy. Joy family. Welcome to the Joyous House. Well, it is a joyous house, but I've never said that. Welcome to the joyful house. Joyful, joyous? Why not? Why not be joyfully joyous house? Let's try this again. Hope you'll get a laugh out of this as much as I have. Miss Cornelia and Mrs. Rachel did not take a very violent fancy to each other. Two sons hold not... Wow, this is a mouthful. Two sons hold not their courses in one spear. Now that's some fancy literature. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome into the joyful house and welcome to today's Crafts of the Heart. Crafts of the Heart. Still trying to say craft table talks. Oof. And guess what? Excuse me. Would have had to stop this anyway. Meant to be a blooper. Well, I can't wait to get started on the adult project. I'm not doing adult projects now. On the joy sweater in the larger fluffy size for myself sweater. Okay, there's got to be a better way to say that. The joy sweater for myself. Oh my goodness. Let's try this again. All right. Thank you to everyone that shared your beautiful makes. And just a reminder to everyone, if you make something, whatever your craft is, it can be a variety of things. But if you send in a picture for every completed craft item, whatever your craft is that you send in, you not only do I share all your pictures in the makes video at the tea parties, but you also receive 2, not 1, but 2 entries per craft. All right, on the giveaway wheel. All right, in just a moment, Samantha, I'm trying to go through the list of things and get everything done. All right, let's see here. All right, the next thing I'm going to shout out or do, again, no pressure. You know, anything that you guys gift goes back into the channel and the channel only. I don't use it for anything personal. I use it back into the channel, but I am dropping a goal tonight. And this time the goal, if we reach it, those that participate tonight, if we reach the goal, we will spin for one of them to win a $10 Amazon gift card when we're doing all of our other giveaways. All right. Lacey said, I have a video of my hat and used AI to make the video. Oh, wow. How cool. Well, send in your hat. Send in your hat so that we can share it out with everyone at the next tea party. I do usually work on those videos somewhere between Tuesday afternoon and sometimes Thursday morning, because on Wednesdays, I try to use that as some time to spend with my parents a little bit for a couple hours. So if you can, to make sure that you get it in by Thursday night's tea party. If you can turn those pictures in by Tuesday. If not, if I get it done by Tuesday night, then if you send it in, I'll just put it over for the next tea party. All right. Let's see. I think this is a good time for us to do our joy word. I am going to apologize to you. I didn't get that little clip made tonight. So we're just going to jump in and do our joy word. But before we do that, I did have you guys drop balance back in the chat. So let's go over there and draw our next two names. And here we go. Name number 3. This is for an extra entry on March's giveaway wheel. And that is Miss Tiffany. Congratulations. And our 4th name. And we'll draw 6 more names after this before the night is out, which we're getting down to the end of things. And that is Amy June. Congratulations, Amy. All right. All right. Your joy word for tonight is the word balance. And I don't think I put it in a banner anymore. I don't, because I normally create those little face cards, and I didn't get that one done this week, and I apologize. But balance, the definition of balance, and as you notice, it is our word for the live tonight. And I think going forward for the tea parties and the tea parties only, the word for the live is going to be the same as the joy word. But anyway, we'll see. I may change it up from time to time, so you'll have to be watching. And a reminder, if you use the joy word in a comment after the live, not in the chat, but in a comment after the live, that also earns you an extra entry on the giveaway wheel. So lots and lots of opportunities to get on this wheel for giveaways. All right, balance. It is the ability to maintain a stable, upright position of control during movement. Striking a balance in all aspects of life, in your social life, your physical life, your spiritual life, your economic, and your mental life. It is a learning process. Did y'all know that balance is a learning process? It may tip balance in one direction, and you may have to find your footing again. It is to distribute between work and play. So there are a lot of different definitions for the word balance. There is what they call a 3-step rule that helps you balance between work and play. And this is what it is. We have 24 hours in the day. So 8 hours should be dedicated to sleep, 8 hours to work, and 8 hours to leisure and personal time. And that is something I need to work on. Mine is probably more like 6 hours of sleep, 18 hours of work, and just a couple hours of play. But I am working. I'm working on fixing all of that. So at the grand scheme of things, what does balance mean here in the Joyful House? Balance means when you foster an overall well-being. This helps you prevent burnout, and it also helps you with all the aspects of life, and it allows you to give yourself the attention that you deserve. All right. So hope you guys will look at balance in a new way, and will work on achieving balance in your life, not just in your footing, but also in all areas of your life. All right. Let's see. Samantha says, I get more than 8 hours of sleep. I need to be better about that, but I've been doing good lately. I've been getting at least 7.5 to 8 hours sleep lately. All right. It is time for us, if I can get to it, here we go, to chase our fun. right. For those of you that are new here with us and those that are been here for a while, if you'll give me the grace to just share this with our new Joy family. But when it comes to chasing the fun, we are taking some chase the fun advice from an author called Annie Downs. And we're looking at all the ways that we can chase our fun. And so this week, Annie tells us that we need to fall in love with cooking. If you will, in the chat, let me know how many of you absolutely love cooking. Well, for me, I love cooking. I don't do so much of it now as I used to, but I love cooking. And I love taking a recipe and using it as a guide, but always making it my own. I love exploring in cooking the same way that I love exploring in crocheting and creating things. But anyway, Annie says, fall in love with cooking. Lots of people say food is medicine, but I would say cooking is medicine, says Chef Corey Barrett. Annie says the time that she interviewed Chef Corey Barrett on That Sounds Fun, which was episode 146 of her show, will long remain one of my favorite episodes that we ever recorded. Chef Corey was exactly the same guy in our conversation as he was on Food Network's Spring Baking Championship. Spring Baking Championship. And he was just as fun as I figured that he would be. We learned all about the behind-the-scenes details of the competition and how he got into cooking and baking. And then he said a sentence that I have repeated multiple times and that has stuck with me personally. Lots of people say food is medicine, but I would say cooking is medicine. I needed to hear that. Even though he couldn't have known me well enough to know how much I needed to hear that, Chef Corey was preaching something important to me. I've been living for years with the mantra that food is medicine. Food will heal. Food will heal. Food will heal. Eat the right foods and your body will heal. But cooking as medicine, maybe that's an Eden that I didn't know I had lost. But when I heard it existed, I missed it. So I started cooking a little bit more and I pulled out all of Danielle Walker's cookbooks, the family cookbook that my mom put together a few years ago, and a few others that I have stacked around the house. And I began to make soup, lots of different soups and lots of different stews. It's my favorite method of getting meat and vegetables into my body. I used the stove and the crock pot and the Instant Pot. I made small one-person servings of soup and big pots that ended up in my freezer and fridge and in a few containers delivered to friends' houses as well. Learning to cook is a rite of passage as we leave our childhood homes. Otherwise, you'll spend your whole budget on takeout, which you may do even if you know how to cook, but at least then it's a choice, not a necessity. But the act of cooking or baking, the time it takes to make something that didn't exist and having it be something that is sustenance and fuel for your body, that is also good for your soul. Whether you're feeding a family of 5, 10, 2, or just you, read through a cookbook, find a recipe that sounds fun to make and give it a go, even if you're an amateur and it doesn't turn out right. So here is our Chase the Fun challenge for this week. Think of one food that you love to eat and have never, Think of one food you love to eat and have never tried. Oh, I was going to say never tried. Well, how do you know you love it? Okay. Think of one food that you love to eat and have never tried making yourself. Buy the ingredients and make it. So I'll be curious. Let me know if you accept this challenge and if you bake something. I will tell you, I do agree that cooking is medicine. I love it when Mr. Joyful and I get in the kitchen and bake. One of my 2 favorite things to make with him in the baking department is our pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. We have so much fun. And when we make those, we make like almost 15 dozen cookies. And they're big cookies. They're not like little ones. They're like gigantic, enormous cookies. About 15 dozen when we make them. And then the fun is not just the fun that we created in the kitchen, but the fun is the reward in watching our friends enjoy them. The second thing I love making in the baking department with Mr. Joyful is our pumpkin roll-up. We love making that. It's like a pumpkin bread with this nice little kind of creamy filling in the middle. Pumpkin roll. It's called a pumpkin roll. Some people call it pumpkin bread, but it's specific, or official name, I think, is called a pumpkin roll. But enjoy making that. As far as cooking goes, we just enjoy cooking together. So we do tend to eat out a lot these days due to his schedule from the time he gets off and my schedule on the time I come onto my lives. But when we don't have a live, we try to cook on those nights, and it's a lot of fun, a lot of fun. All right, let me check on the chat. And then I have 3 individuals that sent me in some pictures of them or their family or some person or animal in their family chasing their fun that I want to share. So let me check on the chat real quick, and then we'll do that. And then it's going to be time for our giveaway wheels, because we have gone through everything else. Oh, and my makes. I got to show you my makes. We'll do that, and then we'll do the giveaway wheels, and then we'll be wrapping it up for the night. I'm so grateful to have you guys here. All right. I want to just make sure I'm looking for emojis. Just want to check in on everyone. Make sure I don't miss anyone. And I do see a couple super chats. Thank you guys for that. I will acknowledge those after we do the giveaway wheels. All right. And Jen says, I always forget to send pictures. Well, send them, send them, send them. All right. I found my place in the chat. So let me just get to the next one. Got to go through a lot of balances. Love it. It's beautiful. Hello, Miss Angie. Welcome in. We sang happy birthday to you earlier. Samantha says she loves making cookies. I love it. I love it. Thank you guys so much for loving on Angie when she came in. Thank you. Thank you. Lacey says, I like it. I don't love it, but I sure do love eating my cooking. I hear you, girl. I hear you. Wanda says, I used to love cooking, but not so much anymore. Cooking for one just doesn't cut it. I hear you, Wanda. It's hard for me to cook for small amounts. That's why I loved it when my neighbor across the street was alive, and my neighbor next door before she moved to Texas, because anytime we made too much food, we'd either invite them over or we would take them some dishes. So love it. And of course, Miss Beverly, always sharing food with Miss Beverly. All right. Margie says, I used to bake sugar cookies and snickerdoodles. Oh, Todd would be at your door. He loves snickerdoodles when the kids were young. Yes, did a lot of baking, but I did a lot of baking with my kids. So my kids love to cook and love to bake. All right. All right, so I've got a couple of friends, family members that sent in chasing their fun. The first one is Miss Samantha, and she got some silly putty stuff, and so she wanted to share that with all of us. So if you will, enjoy her chasing her fun with the silly putty. All right, the next one is Miss Bridget, and she is chasing her fun with Miss Penelope. She said Penelope loves that little toy. And of course, she can knock that toy around and it spits her little treats out, as you can see in that last picture. All right. And then Miss Connie sent in some pictures of her cats having fun, chasing their fun. Ollie and Charlie are some pretty, pretty babies. Well, thank you, Samantha and Bridget and Connie, for sending in your family chasing their fun. All right, you guys, I'm going to show you the makes that I'm working on. And while I'm doing that, if you want to drop our live word balance in the chat, we're going to go ahead and also draw the next 3 names. We'll do 3 this time, and then we'll do 3 at the very end. All right, real quickly, I am working on, you guys know that with the Joy team, I work on a mystery make-along project with them. They have no idea what they're making. That is so much fun. And then, of course, we work on the Harvest Friendship Blanket together as well. But I have joined someone's mystery make-along, and they don't only do amigurumis, but most of their items are amigurumis. Their mystery make-alongs are always an amigurumi. So I am working on that. I am a day behind, but with everything on my plate, I will catch up this weekend. But so far, this is all that I have done for this week. I'm trying to get my loop out of the way there. There we go. So no doubt I'm making some kind of paw, but I love it. So I will share more of the progression of this. We will do this for, I think, maybe 2-3 weeks, and then we'll have it done. So I will show you how much I get done for next week. All right, so that's that. As you know, my sister asked me to make a baby blanket for her first grandbaby. I got the blanket finished, and this is it. I used the pink and white ice cream yarn. I can't tell. Can y'all see the border? I think you can see the border. Yeah, you can see the border. I'm trying to peek through the blanket. But anyway, so I got the blanket finished, and that is all she commissioned me to make. But what she doesn't know is she's going to be getting something extra. I'm going to make her a little onesie with a little headband to go along and match the blanket. And so I have started the onesie, but this is all that I've gotten done on it so far. So I will show you more or it completed next week. So looking forward to working on that this weekend. All right, so that is all the makes that I have on my hook, besides what I'm doing with the Joy team. And of course, you will get to see the progress on the child Joy sweater Saturday. All right, let's go ahead and draw those next 3 names, and they are congratulations, Angela W. And congratulations, Miss Jen Reeves. And congratulations, Laura. We will draw the final 3 names right before we head out. All right, that is everything. Let me try the tea again. And then we are heading over to our party wheels. All right. And I was just scrolling through the chat. Oh, thank you, Samantha. She chose those colors. She wanted it to be pink and white. So I thought I was going to have to change it up between two colors, but then I remembered ice cream has the variegated yarn already. So I went over and got that. All right. Just wanted to check the chat and make sure I didn't miss anyone. Okay. I've got the wheel there. Let me come grab our tally because I told you guys that I would tally everything up to make it go faster. So I've tallied everyone up. So let me share this. All right. Let's see. Oh, that's the chatter wheel. Hang on. Need to get on the right one. Monthly wheel totals. Here we go. All right. That's not it either. Why did it not switch over? There we go. Here we go. All right. Angela, the Crafty Halo, has 1 entry for a comment. Angela S has 4. When I call out a live or video, a live, it's like when you put balance in the chat tonight. That's what it stands for. So Angela received 4 entries from getting extra entries from the tea party. She got 2 from Real Delight on Friday night. She got 1 entry for participating in a poll or craft table talks for a total of 7 entries. Angela W has 19 for comments, 1 from a tea party, 2 from Bible chats, 2 from movie night, 3 from Real Delight on Friday night, 3 from Coming to the Chosen, 1 for participation in a poll, 1 from Joyful Creations with the Joy team, 4 from pictures for a total of 36 entries on the wheel. Beth McConnell has 1 from comments. Bridget has 5 from pictures. Candi has 3 from comments, 1 from Bible chats, 2 from movie night, 3 from Real Delight, 3 from the Chosen, 1 from participation in polls or the craft table talks, 2 from Joy Team on Monday nights, 4 from Joyful Creations on Tuesdays, and 2 from pictures for a total of 21 entries. Miss Kate has 2 from comments, 1 from movie night, 1 from participation in polls or craft table talks, 1 from the Joy Team for a total of 5. China has 1 from Joyful Creations for 1 entry. Christina has 1 from participation in polls or craft table talks for a total of 1 entry. Connie has 40 entries from just sending in pictures for a total of 40 entries on the wheel. Dana from Wonderless Crochet has 2 from comments and 2 from pictures for a total of 4 entries. Dawn P has 7 from comments, 5 from Tea Party. All right. 1 from participation in polls or craft table talks, 3 from the Joy Team, 4 from Joyful Creations, 11 from pictures for a total of 31 entries. Dawn Yarndahl has 1 from comments for a total of 1 entry. Deb Morgana has 1 from comments for a total of 1. Denisha has 6 entries from comments. I can't see the top of my screen anymore, so bear with me. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 from the Chosen for a total of 7 entries. Diana from Daigo Crochet has 4 from comments, 1 from Tea Party, and 2 from pictures for a total of 7 entries. Diane Sharp has 2 from comments, 2 from participation in poll or craft table talks for a total of 4 entries. Doris Artman has 3 from comments, 1 from Real Delight on Friday night, 1 from participation in polls or craft table talks, and 1 from Joyful Creations, and 1 from pictures for a total of 7. Eden has 1 from comments for a total of 1. Miss Gloria has 1 from movie night for a total of 1 entry. Miss Gwen has 1 from movie night for a total of 1 entry. Heidi has 1 from tea party, 1 from Bible chats, and 2 from Real Delight on Friday night, 1 from The Chosen, and 1 from the Joy Team, 1 from Joyful Creations for a total of 7 entries. Hope Mahoney has 1 from comments for a total of 1 entry. I Am Paralegal has 2 from comments for a total of 2. Janice Urfer has 1 from comments for a total of 1. Jen Rees has 13 from comments, 1 from tea party, 1 from movie night for a total of 15. Jennifer Ruckel has 1 from comments for a total of 1. Kelly I Bring It has 1 from comments for a total of 1. Kim has 2 from comments, 4 from tea party, 3 from Real Delight on Friday night, 2 from The Chosen, and 2 from pictures for a total of 13. Lacey has 1 from tea party, 2 from Bible chats, 1 from movie night for a total of 4. Latanya has 2 from tea party, 1 from movie night for a total of 3. Laura has 1 from comments, 2 from movie night, 3 from Real Delight on Friday night, 1 from The Chosen, and 2 from pictures for a total of 9. Lisa Knits has 1 from comments for a total of 1. Lucy has 1 from comments and 1 from Joyful Creations for a total of 2. Lydia has 1 from movie night for a total of 1. Margie has 8 from comments, 1 from tea party, 1 from Bible chats, 2 from movie night, 2 from participation, 2 from Joy Team, 3 from Joyful Creations, 8 from pictures for a total of 27. Mariana has 1 from comments for a total of 1. Mary from No Place Like Home has 1 from comments for a total of 1. Mateo has 1 from comments, 1 from tea party for a total of 2. Mishi has 4 from comments for a total of 4. Pam has 1 from comments. That's Pam from Be Creative Crafts for a total of 1. Paula Mulford has 1 from comments, 1 from Bible chats, 1 from The Chosen for a total of 3. Racine has 1 from comments, 2 from Bible chats for a total of 3. Renee, Natural Nene, has 1 from Bible chats for a total of 1. Roseanne Alexander has 1 from movie night for a total of 1. Samantha has 18 from comments, 1 from Bible chats, 5 from participation, and 10 from pictures for a total of 34 entries. Sanja has 3 from comments, 1 from tea party, 1 from participation, 2 from Joy Team, 1 from Joyful Creations with the Joy Team, 6 for pictures for a total of 14. Suzanne G has 12 from comments and has 2 from Real Delight on Friday night for a total of 14. Taffy has 2 from comments for a total of 2. Tasha Murphy has 3 from comments and 1 from pictures for a total of 4. Terry has 5 from comments, 1 from Bible chats for a total of 6. Tiffany has 11 from comments, 5 from tea parties, 2 from Bible chats, 2 from Real Delight on Friday night, 4 from participation, 2 from the Joy team, 1 from Joyful Creations with the Joy team, 2 from pictures for a total of 29. Tina C has 1 from comments for a total of 1. Vicky Oodles has 16 from comments, 2 from participation, 1 from the Joy team for a total of 19. Wanda has 20 from comments, 4 from Tea Party, 1 from Movie Night, 3 from Real Delight on Friday night, 2 from The Chosen, 1 from participation, 3 from the Joy team, 2 from Joyful Creations, 8 from pictures for a total of 44 entries. Zach has 4 from comments, 1 from Movie Night, 1 from participation for a total of 6 entries. So that is everyone that is on February's Tea Party wheel. You guys, we are still in the middle of March, so you have plenty of time to get on March's giveaway wheel. And just a couple reminders real quick. The way you can get on there is leaving comments on videos and lives after the live is finished. It is responding to things that are happening in the post. It is from sending in pictures. It is participating in Crafts of the Heart and sending in a picture. It is from dropping the word in the chat and letting Nightbot give you extra entries. There's just so many different ways. If there's a poll out there and you respond and leave a comment giving your answer, that gives you one. Craft Table Talks, there's what's called a table chatter in there. If you answer the joke or you answer the question or you use a sentence with the word, those get you extra entries. There's just so many different ways to get extra entries, or just being here and being chosen to get those extra entries. So lots of different ways. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I've got March's wheel open, so let me go move to February's. All right, this is February's wheel right here. Let's close this ad out. And I've got everybody in alphabetical order, so we are going to shuffle these. Remember, if you are the winner, you need to pick a number 1 through 10. And then after you find out what you have won, you need to email me. Now, you don't have to be here tonight, but you do have to respond to me by next Thursday. If that person has not responded to me, then we will draw another person in their place. So if you know the person chosen and you see them this week, let them know. All right, I think I've got those shuffled good enough. So here we go. There was 461 entries, by the way. It went to Angela Wright, and I know she's here. So Miss Angela, if you will, give us a number 1 through 10. What did I do with that envelope? Here it is. All right. Let me know which number you choose. And remember, there are 3 envelopes that have a scratch-off card. And if somebody chooses one of those envelopes that Mr. Joyful has chosen to put a scratch-off card in, then we get to do whatever that scratch-off card says. She has chosen number 10. All right, I'm going to put that to the side. We're going to open these after we get everyone. So we're going to put that to the side. So now we can only go for envelopes 1 through 9. Number 10 is Angela's. All right. Let me remove that for just a moment. And I'm going to remove her name from that in case we have to spin again. Let me save that. I should have done all that with y'all still on here, but all right, now we're going to go over to our February wheel. This is for everyone who donated super stickers, super chats, or memberships. Let's see, February super chat wheel. All right. And let me pull up the tally on that and share screen. All right, I have Miss Kate has 2 entries for super chats. Dawn P has 4 entries for super chats. Gwen has 1 entry for super chats. Heidi has 2 for super chats. Kim has 2 for super chats. Margie has 17 for super chats and 15 for gifting memberships for a total of 32. Mishy has 3 for super chats and 15 for memberships for a total of 18 entries. Renee Natural Nene has 2 entries for super chats. Vicky Oodles has 5 entries for super chats. And Wanda has 6 entries for super chats and 15 for gifting memberships for a total of 21. Just a reminder, you get 1 entry per dollar gifted, whether it's a super sticker, super chat, or membership. All right. So let me close that. Whoops, thought my wheel was up. All right. And here's that wheel. And again, they're in alphabetical order. So we are going to shuffle those really good. We had 89 entries for this. All right, that's good enough. So here we go. Well, that was slow. And it goes to Mishy. So I don't think Mishy is still with us tonight. So we'll need to get a number from her. So let me write that down so I can get in touch with Mishy. Well, I can't get in touch with her. She's got to get in touch with me. So if one of y'all want to tell her she won. All right, but I am going to remove that name and I'm going to save the wheel just in case I don't hear back from her. All right. The next wheel is our chatter wheel. That's where it comes from, you dropping the word in the chat. And Nightbot, this is from Nightbot. So this is where they're posted on Saturday morning, the entries that you got from Nightbot. So let me go find February's chatter wheel. All right. And here's February's chatter wheel. I did not do a total tally on this because you guys get to see that posted on Saturday mornings. And so that's enough. You can write down how many you got from there and keep up with your total that way. But I can tell you that there are 190 entries on this chatter wheel for February. All right, again, you can see they're in alphabetical order. So let's shuffle them. Mishy's here. Oh, yay, Mishy's here. All right. Okay, she chose envelope number 2. Sweet, sweet. All right, there is envelope number 2. All righty. I'm going to shuffle these a little bit more. And here we go. I'm so glad Mishy's here. And it is Dawn P. Yay! I know that Dawn P is not here because she is flying right now to her son and daughter-in-laws, and hopefully she's arrived there by now. But congratulations to her. So let me write her name down. And if she gets in touch with me, we will see what envelope she picks next week. I'm going to have her wait and tell me in the live. All right. And if she can't be here for the live, then what I'm going to do is recommend that she goes to the live and leaves it in the chat. All right. I'm going to remove that in case we have to spin again, and I'm going to save it. All right. Now we need to draw someone to win the apple cinnamon tea tonight. So if you will, go ahead first, drop balance in the chat one more time. We're going to choose our last 3 names so I can change the word on our wheel. So if you will, drop balance one more time. We'll go ahead and choose our last 3 names to give extra entries. So when we do the tallies on our giveaway nights and I say you got 4 entries from Tea Party, this is where you're getting it from. It's these extra entries right here. All right. So let me pull that back up and I can close this wheel for now because we're done with it for the night. All right. And let's go ahead and pull our last 3 names. Here we go. And Mateo, congratulations. All right, number 9 for the night goes to Miss Doris. And our last name for the night goes to Lacey. So congratulations to Margie, Wanda, Tiffany, Amy June, Angela Wright, Jen Reeves, Laura, Mateo, Doris, and Lacey. They are our Tea Party winners for tonight. All right. If you will, start dropping the word tea in the chat, just T-E-A, tea. And we're going to find out who is going to win the apple cinnamon tea. And it will come to you straight from Amazon or Walmart or wherever I decide to find it from. But I've got one I really, really like off of Amazon. All right, tea. Tea. All right, good night. I got about maybe 5-10 minutes. And I'll come say good night. Mr. Joy. Oh, by the way, earlier a bunch of them said hello to you. So
hello back.
He's saying hello back. And it was a long, long day. So he's going to head on to bed.
Yeah.
So he says, sweet dreams, everyone.
Good night, sweetheart.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Ba-ba-ba-bum. All right. And as soon as we pick our tea winner, then we're going to see what Angela and Missy won. All right. I don't see it moving, so we're going to go ahead and draw. Good luck, everyone. Congratulations, Margie. Woo, woo. And I'm laughing in a good way, in a joyful way, because Margie was the winner of our tea no, I'm incorrect. I sent Margie some tea. Wanda ended up being our tea winner because Zach won, and unfortunately, I couldn't send that outside the United States, but he chose to gift it to Miss Wanda. So Wanda was actually the winner. Miss Margie got tea from her giveaway from last month that I stuck in there. Sorry about that. Sorry, Wanda. Sorry, Zach. Sorry, Margie. All right. I am going to tuck these envelopes that we don't need back into this one until next week because, like I said, even I don't want to know what's on them. And just to keep them even more secure, I put them in this envelope. So we'll drop these in here and close them for next week. All right. Let's look at what Angela got. She chose number 10. And not only did she win something, but there's a scratch off card. All right, so let's first see what Angela won. Angela, you won a hedgehog pin cushion. And this is what it looks like, but yours is still sealed. So let me show you what one looks like that's not sealed. That's getting very much love and attention. This is it right here. I put my darning needles in it instead of my stick pins, but this is what it looks like. And what comes with it, I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of a glare. There we go. It is some stick pins. And if you look, they're in the shape of butterflies. So there's four different colors of pins in there. It's either black or navy blue. Then there's like a sky blue, a white, and a red. So there's 4 colors of butterfly stick pins in there. But that is what you won, Angela. And Angela picked an envelope that Mr. Joyful stuck a scratch off card in there. So let me find my quarter and let's scratch it off and see what it says. It'll either be for someone to pick another envelope or extra entries. And it is for us to give away 5 extra wheel entries. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Awesome, awesome. So we'll do that in a moment. All right. Now, let's go find envelope number 2. And I pulled it out. Sorry, Mishy. There's Mishy's envelope. And Mishy won a $10 Amazon gift card. And you guys, I'm going to cheat because I want to have fun. What did I do with that envelope? We're going to go find another scratch off card. Let's have some fun. Let's give something else away. And I'll create 2 more scratch off cards so that there's a possibility that Dawn's envelope or whoever's envelope will have a scratch off card. So I'll replace it, but I found one. Let's do another one. So this is what that scratch off card looked like. And there's this one. Let's see what it is. All right, now I'm going to tuck these back in there. And we'll save these for next week. But Mr. Joyful will have to stick. Technically, he should only put in 1 until this person, we give that gift away, but I'll go ahead and do 2. All right, y'all ready? Where'd my quarter go? I'm having too much fun. All right. Okay. It says that we get to pick another winner from the winner wheel. So let's go back over to February's. And of course I closed it, but that's all right. It won't take but a second to open that back up. And let's go back and pick somebody, another winner from February's winner wheel. All right, let me open up February. That's March. There's February. Okay. Uh-oh. I switched screens. Hang on with me. All right, there we go. All right. I'm going to shuffle it 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good luck. Oh. So Roseanne Alexander from movie night. So we'll have to wait and see if we hear from her. If not, then we will pick someone else next week. So let me write that down. All right. That was for the extra spin. All right. So I will tuck these right here in my book. So we'll have them. All right. So Mishi, you can either confirm in the chat or you can send me an email if the email address I have for you is the same as your Amazon. And as soon as I have that confirmation, I'll go ahead and get that to you. And Angela, Mr. Joyful actually has to work all day tomorrow instead of getting off early like he normally does. So I probably won't get this out into the mail until Saturday, but I will let you know when to expect it. But just email me and confirm your address. I'm pretty sure I have it, but just if you'll do that. All right. Now we've got one more thing to do, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging in here with me so long tonight. All right. So I do have to remove that and save it in case we have to come back next week. All right. Now we can close that. All right. And Miss Margie was our tea winner. And Miss Margie, I will probably get that on its way to you tonight, and I'll let you know when to expect it in an email. All right. Now, did I close all my windows? I did, you guys. I'm so sorry. No, I didn't. I still got it open. All right. Let me go over to YouTube. Whew, it's nice to have all them extra windows closed. All right. Did we meet our goal tonight? Let's see. I remember how to do this right there. Nope. There we go. All right. Oh, we might have. Let me see. No. Don't think we did. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We did not. We were very close, though. Very, very close. Oh, wait. What is that? That's not showing up. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. All right. Mishi, if you're still here, I've been meaning to ask you a question. I notice in your lives that you highlight those that have gifted. How do you do that? Do you do that from the chat? Or so, because if that's the case, you got to scroll through the chat and find them. I didn't know if there was a way in the fan funding to put those up on screen the way you do. Amazon is different. So she sent a text. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I've learned to ask that, but I've learned how you can cancel them if the email's different too. But I just like to try and have it right the first time. So do you just scroll through the chat to put those up on screen? Or is there a way to do it from fan funding? There's a spot in StreamYard chat. Oh, okay. Let me see real quick if I can figure out how to do that. You can, Jen, but I have to scroll through all the chats tonight to find them to do it that way. But she's saying there's a spot in, there's a second tab in chat. In chat. I'm looking. And I'm wondering too, if maybe it's on the business account. I just pay for the core package. So I don't know if that makes a difference too. On the top, but it has to be turned on. Okay. The only thing I see up there is like where I can show comments like that on the screen. Well, I'll have to play around with it and see if I can figure it out, but it has to be turned on. Where does it have to be turned on from? And I apologize to everyone for taking up your time for this. Right there should be a second tab next to comment. Oh, I don't see that. But I did just learn about something else. That's cool. Okay. Is it some in settings? And I'm sorry, I know you don't feel well. Can you star a comment? No, I don't know how to do that either. Oh, yes, I can star a comment. Like I just, well, that was Nightbots. Let me see. Let me see if I can star. Yep, like I can star your comment. Oh, so then you can show it that way. Okay. Okay, I will start doing that. Well, I will give that a try tomorrow night. That is cool. Thank you so much, Mishy. I could see how to do it at that point. When I started, for example, we'll use Tiffany. When I did that, it shows me, and like I can just go pull it up. Awesome. Well, now I know. Well, thank you for sharing that. Well, let me just call out these folks and give them a great big thank you, and then we'll celebrate all of them, and then it'll be time to head out. What a great night, you guys. All right. I do want to say thank you to Miss Margie. Bear with me. I got to go over to our party room. So let's go to the party room and let's thank Miss Margie. Thank you so much, Miss Margie. And next, I want to thank Miss Wanda. And then next, I want to thank Miss Mishy. And then I want to thank Laura. And then next, I would like to thank Miss Vicky Oodles. And then I would like to thank Margie again. And this is for all of them. Thank you so much. All right. And then while that was playing, I was scrolling to find this. Miss Vicky shared that she has been a member of the Joy Team for 33 months. She is 3 months away from 3 years. Thank you so much, Miss Vicky. Miss Vicky, let's celebrate a milestone with you. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for a great night. Here's a little joy to take out with you. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming over. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Again, look forward to being here with you tomorrow night for some special fun trivia. Hope you'll come join us. All right. Nugs, nugs, everyone. Be joyful. Stay crafty in your own way. Make your own joyful creations and be the joy in everything you do. And remember to hug yourself daily because you are enough. All right. I love you. Mwah. Bye.